Good evening.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good evening. My name is Ellen Begley, and this is Mike Schneider.
How do you do?
And we've come here, I'm going to read a prepared statement because I don't do well off the cuff. Mr. Chairman and ladies and gentlemen, we've come here tonight as individual citizens. We share an opinion that is in order for this town to move in a forward direction, we must address the issues that affect our community in a positive and constructive way. Together we should foster an attempt to begin to create an atmosphere that moves us away from the negativity that has plagued our community on local websites and through other venues. We believe that people are so focused on the negativity that is clouding the real issues with misinformation. Town officials and individual citizens alike have been dragged through the mud and have had their reputations tarnished. We are at a crucial point in shaping our future, and our neighboring communities are watching us with wide-eyed anticipation of what's to come. We would like to be part of a catalyst for changing the negativity into productivity. We're here under the auspices of working with the entire community, the Board of Selectmen, the Charter Review Committee, Westfield Affordable Senior Housing folks, Council on Aging, Interim Chief Stanley, and the library. We want to help promote the dissemination of accurate and factual information in the spirit of cooperation. We respectfully request that the Board of Selectmen facilitate a moderated forum that would allow a panel of members from those groups to provide a brief presentation and then a question and answer period. To help these committees prepare their presentations, we would actively seek to obtain questions from the community via the following email address. And that would be movewarehamforward@msn.com. The sole purpose of the meeting would be to have a responsible and accurate presentation of the information on a list of very important topics, while simultaneously encouraging respectful and open dialogue on different viewpoints without negativity. So we're looking to receive some feedback from you on how to perceive the value of such a meeting, and if something we can work together that will begin to lay the groundwork for moving Wareham in a forward direction. I'd also like to clarify, we are not a group. We choose to channel our energy into thought-provoking debate. How we choose to act when we disagree will define us in the eyes of our children.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Snyder, do you have anything to add?
I think that the only thing I have to add really is that this town is in a position, I think, there's a lot of constructive ideas out there, and that we just need to channel those constructive ideas in a positive way. And we would like to try and move the town forward. And the idea of a true community forum in which we can have respectful dialogue to address the issues that we're facing is a tremendous idea, and we hope that you'll support it.
Well, it is a tremendous idea, and I commend your efforts and your thoughts. I absolutely agree, and the board can speak for themselves individually, that we certainly need to address a lot of critical issues that are happening in Wareham at the moment. I think it was Mrs. Donohue's idea originally on the board, simultaneous to your idea, to have some kind of public forum or public. But personally, I would certainly welcome the opportunity to have respectful debate because debate is needed. The OPL candidates night is not debate as far as I'm concerned. It's opportunities to make points, but there's no active or real debate. But and town meeting is our forum for debate, but those are confined to the warrant article issues and not general issues that are important to us all as well. So. Ms. Stoney, did you want to explain what your thoughts were about this?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ms. Begley and Mr. Schneider for coming before the board tonight. The heart of your prepared statement is that you'd like to request us to facilitate a moderated forum that would allow people to have a discussion, much like I think the idea that I had discussed with the chairman was something along the lines of having an evening of citizens' participation, basically, where it was all question and answer, and but we could work together and put together an agenda of how that evening could go. I was thinking we would devote a whole, an evening, like I said, to citizens' participation, which runs along the ideas of presentation, question and answer, dispel misinformation. I'd be more than happy, if the board so desires, to work with Ms. Begley and Mr. Schneider and see if we could choose a date. I'd like to make a formal motion that we do this, and I think it would be absolutely positively critical if we could try to get this in motion, and if it is in accordance with your schedules, before town meeting, so that people can have the opportunity to hear some of the real gouge, if you will, and try to separate the wheat from the chaff, or the misinformation, the disinformation from the factual information, before they come to town meeting and are faced with having to answer the questions. So I think we could either, we may possibly be able to work with the OPL at the VFW, or we could do something right over in the auditorium. Maybe we can get WCTV to televise it for us. So I'd like to make a motion that we choose a date later on this evening under any other business, or just, sorry. Somebody thinks it's a good idea. They're calling in to say it's a great idea.
Can we ask you to hold on your motion just for a second? I
Sure.
just want to let
Apologize.
The members have a... Ms. Cruz, did you have anything that... No. Brenda, do you have anything?
I think it's a wonderful idea. I'm going to get choked up. I sincerely thank you for it, because I was coming here tonight and I was going to say that I've had any member of that hate group that wants to call me. I'll be more than happy to sit down, but I'm sick of them attacking innocent citizens.
That's right.
And I didn't mean to get emotional, but it really is. There are people, we have people resigning from committees because they're being attacked for being on committees, because a committee might vote some way or have a discussion at a meeting. We're having them videotaping our citizens, with the workshop meetings that people are having, editing them and putting them on, and questions and answers not, proper and stuff. And they think it's funny, and they think that it's enjoyable to do that to these people who are donating their time, when all of these people are doing is donating the time to rip down this community. I think it's wonderful. Jane, I'll work with you. I would love to do it as soon as possible. I mean, we can do it anywhere, but if we can't get one of those places, we have the keys to the town hall, so we can get in there anytime. And I think it's wonderful, and thank you.
Thank you.
To be honest, it wasn't a frivolous decision to come before the board. There's been a lot of discussion with our own families, because we knew we ran the risk of becoming the next targets. That said, that's okay, because the future of our town depends on us. Our town is for our children.
Yeah.
So bring it on. But I would respectfully request that this be a moderated forum, because I think that we don't expect everyone to agree.
That's right.
Right.
But it's respectful debate is what we're after.
Absolutely.
And I think that's absolutely reasonable to expect. I mean, I think we should attempt to be the ones who put civility back into our civilization and into our town. And so I would strongly urge anybody who's out there who's tempted to go out there and look at the blogs. I think the best thing we can do, frankly, is ignore it all. Ignore it. Don't discuss it. Don't go out there. Don't look. Don't read it. The best thing we can do to shut it down is to ignore it and stop feeding into it, and just move forward in a positive direction, and as you say in your statement, clouded. And we have a town to run, we have a future to shape, and so let's move forward and do that.
Well,
Thank you so much. I'll meet with you
And
whenever you want to.
Go ahead.
I would say, if I can just add